Hey, I'm Tina, and I am 75, and I am revamping, rebooting, and recalibrating YouTube like I mean it. So, I want to talk to you a little bit. You're probably noticing I do have a YouTube channel. It's been around for a little while, but it's taken me 8 years even to build it to this level and never has really done what I really wanted it to do. So you're going to see all kinds of things here about copywriting and marketing strategy and mindset and all of those things, which is awesome and really helpful to you. But we are starting a whole new season together on YouTube. And I was going to wait until the beginning of 2026 and kick it off January 1st and all that. And I decided, no, this is so on fire in my mind right now that I can't even sleep. I was awake at 3 o'clock this morning and finally just gave up and got up at 3:30. I was dreaming about YouTube and what I want to be able to do now. And the real reason that I'm shifting now, I've been online for 21 years. Okay. I started in my 50s. There's a whole story around that I'll share with you at another time. But if you stick with me today, I want to tell you what to expect if you spend time with Tina Lorenz here on my YouTube channel. I am so over the burnout, the noise, all of the hype from people decades younger than us trying to tell us what to do online, all of those things. Everybody has to start somewhere, right? But I'm just over it. I've been at this for a really long time. And it actually took me quite a while to decide I would even say how old I am. And I turned 75 in October. And my mom lived to be 100. That's no guarantee for me, but it's possible I'm going to be around for quite a bit longer. And I don't want to spend another day of it doing what I've been doing. It's time for a shift. And I want to just be able to be real. I've always had to have really the glossy exterior all the time. And that's great. But also, there's the other aspects of life, of what it's like as we get older and what we're dealing with when we are 75 and still online or want to be. And just community and feeling like, is there anyone else out there that really will understand what I'm going through right now? And a 30-year-old coach just can't they can't do that. So I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that you can expect as we go through time together here. If you want to decide to spend time with me, I'm going to talk about real talk about refirement, not retirement, but reinvention, confidence, aging, purpose. What it's really as you're getting older and looking in the mirror and saying, "Oh, MG, that's me," right? And realizing that the time is going by for all of us. And I don't want to waste it. When people talk about 10-year business plans and what you'll be doing in 15 more years, I'm like, I hope I'm still here next year and in 5 years or in 10 years. I don't have time to mess around. Maybe you feel that way too. And so being able to have the confidence that we deserve to have after years of whatever work we're doing and the people we've been hanging out with, what it's really is we're getting older, the aspects of the challenges of aging and where our purpose is, what our mission is, what we're really here to do now. So that's one area that I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about making money from what you know. You have years of experience, decades of experience. There's brilliance in you that no one else has but you. No one else has your voice, certainly. And even if we believe in a continuum where we're all similar, we're all joined together, we're all made of the same stuff, you're still unique. There's still that aspect of you that's unique. No one else in the world has that aspect of you, your soul, your heart. And so, what if you could turn that into a revenue stream? Now, I'm not going to give you a bunch of hypey stuff about great big giant numbers and how fast you can do it and all of that. But what if you could just be yourself and draw from the experience you have and gain more confidence about sharing that in some way that creates money for you from what you know? Simple offers, getting paid without chaos, without having to compete with people half your age because there's a specific audience for you. So that's thing two. We're going to talk about identity and the subconscious. Along the way, I've actually gotten board certified as a hypnotist. And I did that because I've always worked with mindset, the aspect of how we're thinking, and I've been fascinated with the neuroscience of how our brains work, as well as a spiritual dimension. What is that wisdom that we have within us? What is that source that can guide us? Because it's been so active in my life, especially when I realized that I could do what I do online. And I'll be talking a lot more about that and hopefully giving you some real concrete tips ideas of how you can work with limiting beliefs, overcoming negative thought patterns. I call them habits of thought, things that we've just gotten used to thinking because we've forgotten who we really are at our core, that essence of you that's still in there. And so I'm all about remembering that, bringing that to the surface. We're going to talk about AI as a helper, ChatGPT, another AI, not in a hypey way, not always going to do it all for you, but as a support in plain English, non techie terms of how it can be an adjunct to what you might want to be doing online or what you might want to be doing for creativity. That we lead the way. That's the most important aspect of this. We lead the way. And now more than ever, with the influx of what a lot of people call AI slop, just things that are written automatically, not understanding even how to use it creatively, it's so important that our voices be heard, that we make that human connection first. We lead with our humanity, and AI can help us. It can speed up a process. Like, for example, I used to have 5 or 6 people on a team to run my online business, and now I almost do it completely by myself. I have a very part time tech person that I can call upon for certain aspects, and I'm simplifying even that. And so you can be a solopreneur. You don't have to have a team. Oh my gosh, I remember being in a mastermind where all the talk was you had to have employees, all kinds of employees. And this person had 20 or 30 people on her team. They had to be W-2 employees. And I just felt so overwhelmed by that. It was not what I wanted to do. The reality is, there's been a lot of things online that haven't been exactly what I wanted to do. You get caught up in following the latest voice, the latest idea, the latest concept. But what if there's just a simple way with a couple of very simple tools that you can start showing up with AI as your helper and your team member? That's what it's become for me. And I've created what are called custom GPTs. They're like little helpers that are AI that are able to help you with what you might want to write or how you might want to say something. But you have to have the basics of understanding how to even guide it in the first place, so it sounds like you and not like everybody else. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well, and why you don't need to be afraid of the technology of AI, that there's a way that you can use it very effectively. And then finally, what I call desert porch life. I'm here in Tucson, Arizona. We have this gorgeous acre. We're so fortunate to have this acre that looks out over the mountains. We have wildlife. It's quiet. It's peaceful. I garden. We create beautiful outdoor spaces, not fancy, but just filled with kind of a spiritual feeling, really, and such a sanctuary, a way to be able to just be ourselves, my husband and myself. My husband, Ron, who happens to be legally blind, we have created this sanctuary for ourselves that makes all of that work. One level home. It's not fancy, but it's colorful. It's filled with just the love of this location and where we are and what we've been able to create. And I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. And maybe you'll get some ideas. You might be noticing behind me, there's like nothing in this house that is beige, including me. I'm about being bold, just stepping up and being who you are, whatever that looks like for you. I want to encourage you to be able to do that and answer your questions and just spend time with you. I plan to be here pretty much every day. And so it's not going to be fancy because, again, I'm doing this by myself. We're not going to have some high tech situation here and the mistakes and all, warts and all. And we're right now, as I'm creating this for you this week, it's Christmas week. And that can be a real tricky situation, right? Because we're alone, my husband and I, on this holiday. We're by ourselves. We are very low key this year. And I'm going to talk about that over the next couple of days too, because maybe you are too. Maybe you feel like there's some expectation that you're supposed to live up to. It's supposed to be a certain way. And I have good memories of childhood Christmases, but I have so many memories of growing up in a really dysfunctional household. So maybe Christmas was one of the few times it did feel moderately normal, whatever that is, and peaceful and special. And a lot of the rest of the time did not feel that way. So I want to talk to you this week about how we find our peace with this, how we've chosen this year to have a quieter time, all of that. And I want to give you just real human experience all along the way. I want you to be able to ask me questions. I want you to speak to each other. I want to create a community where people like us, people over 50, 60, 70, and beyond have a place to gather where you are understood, you are welcome, you are not judged, you are not competing with anyone. You're just able to be yourself. And I want to provide that for you as well. And honestly, for myself too, because it is not easy. Some of these aspects of getting older have not been easy. I started online when I was already in my 50s. I was already at an age where some people were retiring from what they'd been doing online or in their business. And I was just learning to get started. I have so many stories to share with you about being homeless in my 40s, about being on my own when I was only 17 in Seattle and having to get emancipated so I could make decisions for myself, of going through a domestic violence event in my 40s that nearly took my life, but also left me homeless with my two children. And being able to move past that into thriving, not just surviving. RV lifestyle, that's been a very important part of our life as well. And I'll share some of that with you. And we're taking a little break from that right now. And that's not been easy because it's been such a prominent part of our lifestyle and how we traveled and where I work from and all of those things. So I've got a lot to share with you. I have lots of stories to share. I want this to be a place that feels like home. It feels like you've come home to a place where you recognize yourself again, where you can relate and know that you're not alone with whatever you might be facing in life, whatever the challenges might be for you. I have them as well. And I'm sure there'll be many here in the comments, for example. I encourage you to share your thoughts because what you post there, what you share with me, will help me share more with you. And most of the videos I'm going to do are going to be, I don't even know how long I've been talking right now, 15 or 20 minutes long. I'll be here a lot, not perfect, definitely real. And that's a little scary too, because it's not always just going to be the persona of I've got it all figured out, because I don't. There's lots of things I don't have figured out, but I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. I hope that you feel that way too, and know that it really is never too late, that we're not done yet. If you're here with me, it's because somewhere deep within, you're not done yet either. We are not ready to shuffle off into the silent corners of the room. We are not ready to be well behaved. We're not ready to live up to or down to expectations of what it means as you're getting older, what it means to be in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond, what people expect you to be. What if we just get to be who we truly are? The freedom of that. If that sounds good to you, let's do that together. Okay. And if you feel invisible, if you've ever felt that way at all, please leave a comment. Just say, I'm still here. Hey, I'm still here. I am not willing to settle into silence. I am not willing to settle for crumbs. And yeah, maybe you're by yourself. Maybe we're by ourselves. Maybe we don't have the big television version of family. I don't. And that's a whole other thing I'm going to be sharing with you, because I have felt like I had to not talk about that. And here I am going to. Oh, wow. I actually feel a little emotional even saying that right now. So that was unexpected. It's not always going to be easy, but it's going to be real. So please tell me, what do you want to talk about in this season of life? What would be meaningful to you? What would be helpful to you? And let's have fun with it. It's not going to be all heavy and serious all the time. We have to be able to laugh at ourselves and maybe sometimes surprise and have a tear or two, which certainly is surprising me right this very minute. I hope you understand. That's it. I'm also going to tell you about a community I have called the Renegade Boomer. We're not asking permission. We'll apologize later if necessary. But if you're looking for a community, a place where you can talk back, a community where you can have those conversations ongoing, I'll have that for you too. And I'll put a link in the description about that. I hope this is ringing some kind of a bell for you right now. I would love it if you subscribed. I would love it if you commented and gave me a thumbs up, some encouragement. I could really use the encouragement right now, because I want to know that I'm of service to you as well, and that we can just be real together. Okay. I'm going to see you again tomorrow, because you know what? It's not too late and we're not done yet. Thanks so much for being here with me today. I'm looking forward to whatever you have to say, and I will be talking to you again very soon. Bye for now.